And of course, in terms of the live football action, SuperSport United and Chippa United have just kicked off. We'll keep you updated on that encounter. It's still goalless. And in the FA Cup, Man City and Chelsea also still goalless. Let's go through now to this first story. One of the most productive football academies in South Africa in the democratic era, the Transnet-School of Excellence, is clouded by uncertainty and possible closure anytime from now. The state-owned enterprise Transnet has been funding the school for the past 34 years, and it announced last year that they were closing the taps and leaving the school as of the 1st of this month. There's since been a lot of uncertainty and fear from a school that has produced some of the best football talent in the country. Bafana legends from Stephen Pienaar, Dillon, Sheppard, Bernard Parker, Keagan, Dolly and Aubrey Modiba to the latest generation, the likes of Relebohile, Mofokeng and Siyabonga, Mabena. The Department of Basic Education was set to be taking over the running of the school from the beginning of this month, but this is far from happening from what SABC News has gathered. We spoke to the Premier of Gauteng, that is Panyaza Lesufi, about these plans.
They've not evolved with the times. They sat on their laurels. We've produced even Pienaar, we've produced this, and therefore, and it doesn't work that way. It's not automatic, you know. You need to be creative. I mean, you check this guy that is having his school. They've just opened a new building. That was the coach of Chiefs, who's Farouk Khan. I mean, it's evolved. You've got players that are training there. You've got facilities that are top class. So just imagine if School of Excellence have adjusted itself and played in that space, have branches in other provinces to have this. I always follow SuperSport. I mean, SuperSport have this clinics that they have where parents drop their children over the weekend during the day. If Transnet-School of Excellence played in that space, I already believe they'll be independent, strong, and be an attractive brand. But because you are sponsored by government and government institutions, sometimes you sit on our laurels, and I think that's why. And when they lost good coaches, I mean, they had good coaches. When they started not to attract good coaches, I knew that it will be the end of that institution. You can't rush it. That school needs a long-term plan. It can't be ad hoc, but also need the parents to understand as well. That is not an entitlement. You need people that share the vision, and you must sell that vision to people that can assist that school. And I've personally spoken to the Modiba Foundation. They're very, very keen, but they want something that is concrete for them to invest their money. I mean, you don't just invest, you invest in something that you say in the board, you'll have this representative, you'll have the right either to appoint a CEO, this is the vision, is Vision 2030 or Vision 2035. So I've never had an opportunity to package that so that Modiba Foundation can, but the willingness is there. And I said from government, because it's a school, let's take care of the basics. But the problem is that schools are allocated a certain limited budget. You can't use the school to go and compete. For example, we've got one excursion in a school to go to the zoo or to go to apartheid museum. But with that kind of a school, you have to have sporting events literally every week. And you might not have a financial muscle that can allow you to have that kind of activity. So we need a review, but most importantly, you need somebody who can invest and also ensure that it's sustainable. And I don't know, I still feel that Transnet's departure was really a major blow, and I don't think that we tried to persuade them enough to remain. I think when they said they wanted to leave, I don't think that someone went to them and say why, so that we can keep them. But I remain hopeful that school will rise. Yeah. That is why I'm saying if we have a dedicated team that can engage them, persuade them, resolve those issues, we will not have the situation that we're having where you say that they can't even register for a tournament. But allow us space to go and continue to lobby Modiba Foundation, and hopefully they will be in a position to step in and assist us. They've done that before I mean, they're sponsoring the NFD, they're also taking care of school sports, so it's not something that is far-fetched from their responsibilities.